Welcome back to another weekly wrap. I'm Lethal One Up, and let's talk video games. Guys, I got 6 pieces of news to talk about, starting with the very first one, and that is Capcom fans get hyped because Street Fighter 6 just got announced with some other cool stuff. Now, this is coming from the official Capcom website. Now, earlier this week, Capcom dropped some heat in the form of Street Fighter 6, along with a little teaser featuring Ryu. Capcom promises more info for Street Fighter 6 to come later in the summer. Now, additional to that, they announced a compilation of 10 classic head-to-head arcade games launching June 24th called Capcom Fighting Collection. Now, in this collection, the games that are featured are Darkstalkers, Night Warriors, Vampire Savior, Vampire Savior 2, Vampire Hunter 2, Red Earth, Cyberbots, Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, and Hyper Street Fighter 2. I don't know how I just said that all. Now, all these are going to come with online play with rollback netcode, which is awesome to see. Releasing on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It looks awesome. The new Street Fighter 6 looks really good in my opinion. People are already making fun of Ryu because he looks like Hulk, but you guys will see that yourselves if you go check out the actual images and a little teaser that they dropped. Now we can go ahead and jump into story number 2, and that is PlayStation Spartacus pricing rumors have emerged. Now, you know I'm not the biggest on doing rumored stuff, but when it's on like a bigger kind of topic, it's kind of worth talking about just to get into the headspace of what we might be seeing. This is coming from Jeff Grubb over at VentureBeat. Spartacus is an evolution of the PlayStation Plus with 3 tiers. Now, we talked about this before, but it goes more in depth from this new update. It currently calls those tiers Essential, Extra, and Premium. Now, keep in mind, the names could change between now and when the service actually launches, Jeff Grubb said. Now, PlayStation Plus Essential is the PlayStation Plus that we already know, which is the $10 a month package that, you know, if you're paying month to month, that's what that deal is. And it's just what we have now for PlayStation Plus. They would be calling it Essential. Well, they would be calling it PlayStation Plus Essential. I was going to say essentially Essential, but yeah, PlayStation Plus Essential. That is like the first tier. Now, PlayStation Plus Extra would be the second tier. This gets you the monthly games and the game catalog for $13 per month, it says in the article. Now, the game catalog is a library of hundreds of older downloadable games. It seems like Sony is getting that downloadable catalog out of the PlayStation now. So probably a mix between what the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1, all the PlayStation 4 in terms of the games that are available to be downloaded. It looks like that will be mixed in with that tier of the PlayStation Spartacus, second tier. Now, PlayStation Plus Premium, which would be the highest tier, and the second tier, is at $13 for the month, because they are giving only monthly rate, like, you know, monthly like rates pretty much. Nothing mentioned of yearly, and I'd like to imagine they're still going to keep a yearly at the very least for the first tier, which is the essential tier. So just keep that in mind, that these are for month, basically rates for the months. Now, for the highest one, PlayStation Plus Premium, this gets you all the above that we mentioned and everything else for $16 per month. Again, this would be the highest tier. Now, that's everything else, including the PlayStation Now streaming capabilities. You'd also get a library of classic games as well as game trials. Game trials enables you to download and start playing the full versions of upcoming brand new PlayStation games. This likely has a time limit function, which is similar to how game trials work on EA Play service from Electronic Arts. So the way I interpret that last part, game trials, I mean, it's pretty much how they just said it, right? You played some of those like actual demos for games or trials that essentially carries over into the actual full release of the game. They essentially, what it seems like they might be talking about here is with that highest tier membership, maybe upcoming first party PlayStation Studios games, you would probably get to, you know, get a head start, play it for maybe up to an hour or maybe 2 hours, probably an hour. That sounds like where they would probably do, if anything. But you probably get a chance to play it for up to an hour, and then you can take that progress to the full game once you purchase it. So that sounds kind of cool. You know, that would be the only extra kind of feature you're really getting with this, besides the PlayStation Now streaming capabilities, which seems good if they work on it, because let's be real, the PlayStation Now streaming quality needed some work, and I feel like it's gotten a little bit better, but it's been a while since I've touched it. But for the most part, hopefully it's a lot better. But that would be kind of the extra, you know, benefit to getting the most premium package. That plus whatever extra games they allow you to download, whatever's classic games, that's not the same as, you know, from the other tiered package, the second tiered package. Now, again, reminder, there's Essential, which is what we have now at $10 a month. Extra for this, like the middle tier for $13 a month. Sounds like you're just getting the downloadable PlayStation Now games. And then PlayStation Premium, PlayStation Plus Premium for $16 a month. And that is everything else that we just mentioned on top of streaming, right? Whatever classic games is going to be and these game trials. So just keep that in mind. Now, going into story number 3, no Call of Duty game next year. This is coming from Bloomberg from Jason Schreier. Activision Blizzard will delay Call of Duty game that is planned for release next year. The first time the franchise will be without an annual mainline release in nearly 2 decades. That's absolutely insane. The company is pushing off the release after the recent entry, Vanguard, failed to meet expectations, leading some executives to believe that they're introducing new versions just way too rapidly, which makes sense. I think a lot of people have complained too much, you know, the fact that Call of Duty just comes out every single year, never feels different. A lot of people just don't like that. And it was a big issue before, but that was also Activision Blizzard's kind of bread and butter for the most part. So they had to do that. So this would be a big departure from that. Activision is working on other projects to fill the gap next year to kind of help with that as well, according to the Bloomberg article. We can go ahead and to story number 4, but it kind of mixes always with story number 5 because I kind of keep these together. What is coming out for the next month, right? We got our PlayStation Plus games along with our games with gold for March. We'll do the first one, which is the PlayStation Plus games. We're getting this from the PlayStation blog. It is for March, includes the games Ark Survival Evolved, Team Sonic Racing, Ghost Runner, and then they did a bonus title, which is pretty cool that they're kind of starting to do like an extra game now. It's either this or like a VR title, but it's been pretty cool they're doing that. The bonus title is Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which is a must play, especially if you have PlayStation Plus and you don't have Ghost of Tsushima, you thought about it, you weren't too sure. A great thing to get into, Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Basically it's the multiplayer experience, the standalone version. So you're gonna be getting all 4 of those for PlayStation Plus for March. Keep in mind that reminder that you have until Monday, February 28th to download February's PlayStation Plus lineup, and then the March games will come out Tuesday, March 1st. Now jumping into the next one, which was games with gold. For March, we have The Flame in the Flood. That'll be available March 1st to the 31st. You have Sacred 2 Fallen Angel. That'll be March 1st to the 15th. Street Power Soccer, March 16th to April 15th. And then SpongeBob's Truth or Square. That is March 16th to 31st. I don't know. I was going to give a thought for the Xbox games, but you know, that's just what it is. Again, the money does clearly not go into games with gold, but I'm going to cover it because games with gold is, you know, still that equivalent to some degree, I guess, with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus offerings have been so good recently. They've been getting a lot better, but it's pretty obvious that, you know, Microsoft is putting the budget not for games with gold, but for actual Game Pass. Jumping into the very last story, and that is just Elden Ring review scores are in. We're getting this from Nibo over on Twitter, and the game is just getting absolutely positive review scores. You have Game Informer giving it a 10, PC Gamers giving it a 10, The Guardian 5 out of 5, Kind of Funny 5 out of 5, VG247 5 out of 5, Easy Allies 9.5, Press Start 9.5, RPG Site 9, and again just a bunch of positively glowing scores. It got a Metacritic score of a 97, which is a must play, so definitely go check that out. I will be playing it this weekend, and look up for a review because we will be having one dropping on the channel. Now, final off, let's go with games released this past week. We have Elden Ring, which we just talked about, dropping on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. That was February 25th, and then Martha is Dead, another popular game that everybody's talking about because it's been having some pretty crazy censored stuff from PlayStation, but you know, to go check out the game if you're interested. It's a horror game that is on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC that came out February 24th. Guys, make sure you give us your thoughts down below on any of the stories, and if anything that I missed that you think is worth talking about, make sure you drop it down in the comment section down below. I am Arkhlce. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next weekly wrap. Peace.